Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to downtown Natick. Friends of the 4th of July Committee would like to welcome you to the 2011 4th of July Parade. This is the 56th year of this parade, and the theme for this year's parade is Celebrating Natick, a great place to live, work, and play. We understand that the parade has started up at the 9 and 27 parking lot. In just a few minutes, we'll start our kids' parade right here in downtown. Friends of the 4th of July Committee is an all-volunteer, nonprofit community organization that is dedicated to creating Natick's annual 4th of July celebration. Without this group of dedicated volunteers, there would not be a 4th of July parade in downtown Natick. It's important to remember that. None of your tax dollars go to providing for any of these events. Instead, the Friends of the 4th of July Committee rely on your generous donations as well as the donations of many corporations and businesses in the community. As you watch today's parade, you will see many banners recognizing these corporate sponsors. You'll also see many trucks and trailers that are carrying the participants of today's parade. When you visit these places of business, please tell them how much you appreciated their sponsorship. And oh, by the way, you'll see some of these volunteers walking around with collection jugs. Please feel free to show your appreciation by making a donation. Without you and our corporate sponsors, this would not be a happening event. Just want to remind everybody, as we said, there's corporate sponsors, red, white, and blue sponsors. Our corporate red sponsors, ones that have donated $1,500 or more, Cognex, Roach Brothers, Lexus of Northborough, Middlesex Savings Bank, MathWorks. Our white sponsors, Boston Scientific, Russo Family of Knobscott and Saxonville, Bernardi Auto Group, Eastern Bank, Eastern Insurance, Belfour Property Restoration. Our blue sponsors, Crosspoint Associates, Fair & Yeager Insurance, John Everett & Sons Funeral Home, Natick Federal Savings, Stop & Shop, Venture Sales Group of New England, Whitney Place Assisted Living of Natick, and Natick Mills Apartments. There's a lot of people that have also donated goods or discounted services or gift certificates: Jams Auto, Natick Cab, Kiwanis Club of Natick, Rotary Club of Natick, H. Brandt Jewelers, B&B Land Corp., Natick Emblem Corp., Jones Drug here in downtown, George's Pizza, all type signs and banners, Edward and Lillian Facino, Nancy Solari, Barbara Evans, and Nancy Lavish. We do want to thank all of them for their sponsorship. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're getting ready for a parade. At this time, we ask that you all please rise and remove your hats and remain standing. Today, we celebrate Independence Day, a day that signifies the birth of our nation. This celebration would not be possible if it were not for the members of our armed forces who have given their lives to ensure our freedom, not only way back in the 1700s, but currently as well. At this time, we ask that you join us in a moment of silence in honor of those men and women who have sacrificed their lives defending our right to celebrate the nation's birthday today. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a moment of silence in their honor.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean white with foam, God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you did not recognize that voice, it is the same voice that sang the national anthem before each and every home game of the 2011 Stanley Cup champion Boston Bruins. And he is here to sing the national anthem for us. Please welcome Natick's very own Renee Rancourt.
Go Bruins! We're going to do it in the Bruins special key this morning, the key of H. There's a joke there. I'm going to explain that later. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Stanley Cup champion, national anthem singer, Renee Rancourt. Hey, look, ladies and gentlemen, up Main Street. It's a parade being led down Main Street by our friend Peter O'Malley. It's the Kids Parade.
Give my regards to Broadway. Remember me to Herald Square. Tell all the gang on 42nd Street that I will soon be there. Tell them of how I'm yearning to mingle with the old-time throng. Give my regards to old Broadway and tell them I'll be there ere long. I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy, Yankee Doodle do or die. A real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I've a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, she's my Yankee Doodle joy.
Hey, it's okay, you clap as they go by.
Just to ride a pony, I am that Yankee Doodle boy. You're a grand old flag, a high-flying flag, forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, and you're never a boast or brag. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on that grand old flag. Over there, send the word over there, that the Yanks are coming, there's drumming everywhere. So beware, say a prayer, send the word over there. We're coming over, and we won't be back till it's over there.
Has he got a license to drive that thing?
God bless America, land that I love.
about a nice hand for our kids' parade? That's it. We'll see you next year. No, only kidding. The leader of that parade, somebody who's been here for the 4th of July for how many years? Yeah, that many. A whole bunch. Almost as long as Renee singing the national anthem in front of the Boston Bruins. You know, fans, Renee Rancourt has sung the national anthem in front of the Boston Bruins for 35 years. 1976 was when he first started singing. We have our own Renee Rancourt. He is the clown of downtown. Please put your hands together for the one and the only Peter O'Malley.
Good morning, everybody. I can't hear you. All right, are we going to have some fun today? Yeah? Wow. Okay. All right, now, if you kids want to come out, come on up here, kids. Come on, let's get some kids up here. Come on, everybody. Here they are. Come on, everybody. Now, everybody stay right on the yellow line here. All right. You know, this is a happy time here, so I want y'all to help me out with this song. Ready, everybody? Here we go. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. You're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if happy and you know it, clap your hand. If you're happy and you know it, why stamp your feet. You're happy and you know it, why stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know, stamp your feet and clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, sit down. You're happy and you know it, stand up. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, sit down, stand up, 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 stand up, stand up, stand up, and clap your hands and stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, turn around. You're happy and you know it, why turn around? If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, happy and you know it, turn around. Sit down, stand up, 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 stand up, stand up. Clap your hands and stamp your feet and sit down. Oh, the parade is coming, everybody. Everybody back to your seats, and we're going to come back for some more stuff.
Okay, folks, here comes our parade. Leading off is Superintendent Daniel Moore of the Middlesex Sheriff's Office, driving a 1955 Chevy Cruiser, and Deputy John Tassinari driving a 1968 Plymouth Liberty.
I need somebody to, we got a little lull here. I need somebody to, let's see, come out and help me. How about that little, you right here? What's your name? All right, Kelsey. Here, now, I'll tell you what. You hold, can you hold that? That's right there. Kelsey happens to be a very famous juggler, ladies and gentlemen. Right, Kelsey? Now, just hold it out there, Kelsey. Hold it out there. Wait a minute. Over here. Okay, and we'll put that one over there. Keep holding it now. Don't move it, Kelsey. Wait a minute. She's better. She gets better.
Fumble.
Oh. Hey. Oh. Come here, Kelsey. No. You got to hold it out straight. Hold it out straight. Right there. That's good. Hold your hand out. Hold it tight. Hold it. Okay. Don't move it now. No. Only one, Kelsey. Now, wait a minute. She's going to do it better. Hold it. Don't move, Kelsey. Look at this. Now, can you hold it way up in the air? Show them what you did. Look at this. Unbelievable. Give her a big applause. She's a Yankee Doodle dandy. Okay, Kelsey, you can keep those balloons. Give her a big applause. Come on.
Now, does she have to hold it like that throughout the whole parade?
The whole parade, man.
American Legion car right there from Natick.
It looks like we got a little time out here. Oh.
Doing donuts in downtown. I didn't know that car could do that.
Now remember, when we say go, everybody has to run back, but it looks like there's a little out. Who wants to do the limbo? Come on out here if you do. Oh. Okay, now go down in the back to the end of the line. Come on, go. Come on.
Every limbo boy and girl all around the limbo world gonna do the limbo rock all around the limbo clock. Jack be limbo, Jack be quick. Jack go under limbo stick all around the limbo clock. Hey, let's do the limbo rock.
This way, where you going?
Limbo lower now.
This way, to the end of the line, you
Lower
guys.
now. How low can you
Round
go?
the line.
First you spread your limbo beat, then you move your limbo beat. Limbo
Go that way,
ankle,
that way,
limbo
that
knee.
way. Where you going, man?
Bend
This
back
way.
like the limbo tree.
This way.
Jack be limbo, Jack be quick.
Okay, come on.
Jack go under limbo stick, all around the limbo block. Hey, let's do the limbo rock. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Get yourself a limbo girl. Give that chick a limbo whirl. There's a limbo moon above. You will fall in limbo love. Jack be limbo, Jack be quick. Jack go under limbo stick. All around the limbo.
Come on, honey.
Hey, let's do the limbo rock.
Come on.
Don't move that limbo bar.
Come on, go under.
You'll be
That's
limbo
good.
star. How low
Good
can you
job.
go?
But here they are. So introduce to you the antique cars. Please welcome
You did what?
Marlene Custodio.
Happy 4th of July. We have over 35 cars and trucks ready for your viewing. And the first one downtown is being driven by Jeff Seeks with Ann Zeke. They are from Natick, and they're driving a 1952 Jeep CJ. And look in the back of the Jeep. There's Zeke, the dog. Give them a warm welcome to the 4th of July parade. They're first in line. Woof, woof. Next, coming down Main Street is Joe Dolloway. He's here from Ashland, Massachusetts, and he's driving a 1972 Buick Skylark.
You got water in there?
He has some great helpers by his car, giving out maybe some treats if you're lucky. Please do not leave the side of the road to go near the cars. The kids will come to you. Behind Joe's car, we have Steve Sloshberg. He's from Uxbridge, but he was raised right here in Natick. He's driving a 1937 Ford Coupe. It has a big block Chevy, Pro Street, and he believes red men are forever. Yep. Yep. Glass engraving by Slosh.
What is that?
He won't. He won't. Behind Slosh, we have Dennis Stirk from Blackstone. He's driving a 1967 Nova SS Animal Nitro Coupe.
Hey!
This 1967 Nova has a 383 stroker nitrous engine. I wanted to come up with another word. I just drew a blank. Next on Main Street is Bob Griffin. He's from Natick. He's driving a 1955 Chevy Bel Air convertible. Let's hear it for these lovely cars. Here, answer my phone. Hit the send button and then you can talk. Next in line is Bob Syriac. He's from Marlboro and he's driving a 1953 Buick convertible. Give him a nice warm welcome. He came from Marlboro to join the Natick 4th of July parade. On Main Street is a 1953 Buick Roadmaster. This is being driven by Richard Bryce, and he too has come from Marlboro to join the Natick 4th of July parade. Okay. The last two cars. All right, we'll figure out as we go along. Thanks. Here comes Jerry Hall from Natick driving a 64 and a half Mustang convertible right down Main Street. I usually do. Yeah. Yeah. It's for Warren as he lines them up down there. No, it's not a Bumblebee. It's a 1972 GMC Sprint driven by Len Scholl from Natick, coming down Main Street right now. And next in line on Main Street is Bob and Doug Priori from Uxbridge, Massachusetts. They're driving a 1929 Ford Model A. Bob and Doug have restored this vehicle all by themselves. Let's hear it for their hard work. This mean-looking car coming down Main Street now is a 1973 Barracuda two-door Viper engine. It's being driven by Don Graham of Natick. is Carl Carpenter from Cochituate driving a 1970 Plymouth Cuda. It's a retired quarter-mile drag race car. Right in the center of town is John Nemetsky from Natick. He's driving a 1950 Dodge Coronet, and he has his car filled with Tom, Christina, Johnny, Joey, Dana, Laney, and Jake. Hey guys, happy 4th of July. That's why we put numbers on the windshield. Next in line is Jim Rosenberg from Natick. He's driving a 1963 Cadillac DeVille convertible. And with him is Bobby and Ron who want to wish the town of Natick happy 4th of July. Next in line is John Duffy from Ashland driving a 1989 Pontiac GTA. Don't. This is the guy we have trouble with. Next on Main Street is Joseph Cerruti from Framingham. He's driving a 1931 Ford sedan. Coming down Main Street is Roger Philbrick from Bellingham, driving a 1967 Buick Skylark. Next in line, a name from Natick. It's Arthur Taddeo from Natick, driving a 1934 Ford 5-window coupe. Right on Main Street is Ed Crouchy. His wife Joyce joins him in a 1930 Ford Model A. And right behind him is a 1931 Ford Model A coupe driven by John Pierce from Sherborne. This cute little car coming down the street is being driven by Mark Nelson from Natick. It's a 1960 Go-Go Mobile. 2-cylinder, 2-cycle, engine, 20 horsepower. Next in line is Kathy and Dick Barrick from Natick driving 1932 Ford Roadster. And look, in the rumble seat, we have Connor, Megan, Ryan, and Ryan Driscoll, and they came from Mansfield to be in our parade. Next in line is Benedict Cherko from Hopkinton, 1970 Dodge Coronet Super Bee. On Main Street now is a 1964 Pontiac GTO being driven by Tom Sivak from Natick. And with their dad, we have Tara and Nicole along for the ride. These guys worked real hard to get here from Building 19, so give them a warm welcome. Their engines are already pretty warm. Show them how warm you are. On Main Street now, we have a 1972 Chevy El Camino being driven by Paul Saunier of Holliston. This is an original California car. On Main Street now is a 1955 Ford Thunderbird being driven by Gordon Wynn. And he has some passengers there. I think he has Sarah and Rebecca with him. Next in line is a 1981 Corvette poster car. It's owned by Ron Graham. He's from Franklin. And he says he has a passenger with him whose name is Sammy. Sammy's a dog. Next in line is Kevin Corrigan from Natick. He's driving a 1969 Ford Mustang GT. Here's another name from Natick, Gary Hoyt. He's driving a 1964 Thunderbird hardtop. Please welcome all our drivers to the 4th of July parade.
Hey, Gary, you got any Pepsi in the trunk?
Okay, what number's on this? This is not a Plymouth Cuda. Oh, these guys pulled out. Is that number 33? All right, passing the grandstand now is Skip Hurst. He owns it, but it's being driven by his grandson Richie from Natick. It's a 1939 Ford convertible, and Rich and Robin Hurst and Mary Ellen Hayes are along for the ride. All right, next we have a 1984 El Camino SS being driven by Warren Custodi of Natick, along with his son Matthew Custodi along for the ride. Next in line is Mr. Connolly from Walpole. He's driving a 1940 GMC 303.
Hey, Joe.
And we haven't seen this big rig before at the Natick Parade. It's Freddie Peckham Jr. He's come here from Lunenburg. Please welcome him from Lunenburg. He's driving a 1979 Peterbilt 359. He said he has won several awards for the most patriotic vehicle. What do you guys think? And every year, to close out our antique car parade, we have Charlie Russo from the Russo family. He's from Saxonville. He's driving the 1945 Dodge oil tanker. Everybody, let's thank and welcome all our cars and drivers for the 4th of July parade for 2011.
Okay, folks, you can be a little bit louder for our antique car parade. Thank you to Marlene Custodio.
I'm sick and tired of working my fingers to the bone.
Of course, the question is how many people remember all those cars? But I guess, Peter, more importantly, is how many people remember the back seats of all those cars? And the trunks that slept 6 comfortably when you went to the Natick Drive-In. Making their way down Main Street, leading off our fire truck parade. Please welcome the Natick Fire Department Color Guard and Fire Department led by Chief James Sheridan.
If you need me, I'll be in the pharmacy. I can't do the
Oh, look, it's Sparky. Hi, Sparky. Now heading down Main Street, our Natick Public Works vehicles. What did you say? Huh? What?
Check, check. Hey, everybody.
What?
I think we got a little bit of a space.
What?
And, you know, let's sing that song, Tie a Yellow Ribbon. And we're gonna bring all of our servicemen home, men and women, sooner than later. So we're gonna do Tie a Yellow Ribbon, I think. Come on, everybody. I'm coming home, I've done my time. Well, I got to know what is and isn't mine. If you receive a letter saying soon I will be free, then you'll know just what to do. If you still want me, if you still want me. Everybody sing with me, come on, here we go. Oh, tie a yellow ribbon round the old tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon round the old tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon round the old tree. And I got a dancer here. Come on, everybody. Bus driver, please look for me, 'cause I couldn't bear to see what I might see. I'm really still in prison, and my love should hold the key. A simple yellow ribbon, what I need to set me free. I hope you'll set me free. Everybody, come on, here we go. Oh, tie a yellow ribbon round the tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon round the old love tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon round the old love tree. Come on. Tie a ribbon on the yellow tree. Tie a ribbon on the yellow tree. Tie a ribbon on the yellow tree. Now the whole damn bus is cheering, and I can't believe I see 100 yellow ribbons round the old tree. Come on, I'm coming home. Da 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 do, do 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 do. Tie a ribbon on the yellow tree. Tie a ribbon on the yellow tree.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Malley. We have a parade coming.
Tie a ribbon on the yellow tree. Tie a ribbon on
Folks now making their way down Main Street. Members of our police department and the Natick Police Department Color Guard, being led by Chief James Hicks. Chief Hicks is new to Natick, having just arrived here from Billerica. This is his first 4th of July parade. Please, everyone, give him a really loud, really warm welcome, as only us from Natick can do, to our new Chief of Police, James Hicks. I stand corrected. Chief Hicks is from Bedford. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief James Hicks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on Main Street is Team Middlesex Savings Bank. Headquartered right here on Main Street with assets of nearly $4.2 billion, 31 branches, and 5 business leading centers. It's one of the largest and strongest banks in Massachusetts. Middlesex Savings Bank is a community-oriented bank. Its employees live and are actively involved in the community. The bank and the Middlesex Charitable Foundation provide significant financial support to the communities in which they are located. Team MSB is led by Bruce Weisberg, Senior VP, Real Property Manager, and Chairman of the Friends of the Fourth, as well as Sally Eastman, Vice President in Sales and Customer Service. Behind them are Natick's very own three-of-a-kind. Yes, they used to be known as Summer Street Band, but now there's only 3 of them. That's why they're three of the kind, led by Ron Taddeo. Joining TMSB is the Roaming Train, which is carrying family members of our Honorary Grand Marshal. Our Honorary Grand Marshal for this year's parade, in memoriam, is Joanne Becker. Joanne Becker was born and raised in Natick, graduated from Natick High, class of 1968. For 42 years of her life, she worked at Middlesex Savings Bank, serving in many areas, and most recently as loan officer. Joanne helped many families in Natick get into their first home, move up to a new larger home, or refinance their existing home. In addition to Joanne Becker's commitment to the bank was her commitment to and love of the community. She did not know how to say no. That is why Joanne was treasurer of Kids Connect for many years, a volunteer on game day as part of the Res Brigade for the New England Revolution soccer team, was a member of the St. Pat's Hospitality Committee, was a den mother of the Cub Scouts troop, was a volunteer at the Doug Flutie Foundation road race, participated in the Relay for Life cancer fundraising events and the Natick Sons of Italy Pasta Nights, along with many, many other events. And oh, in her spare time, Joanne Becker was an integral part of the July 4th committee, serving as treasurer for, we think, over 30 years as we planned many of the 4th of July events for the community she loves so dearly. Joanne epitomized this year's parade theme, celebrating Natick, a great place to live, work, and play. Unfortunately, Joanne Becker passed away this past October after a 2-year courageous battle with cancer. At this time, Joanne's family from Middlesex Savings Bank asks that you join them in a moment of silence in her memory. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a moment of silence in memory of this year's Honorary Marshal, Joanne Becker. On behalf of everyone that knew and loved Joanne, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Middlesex Savings Bank was Joanne's extended family. Now to say a few words about Joanne and to introduce you to her family, please welcome the Senior Vice President and Real Property Manager of Middlesex Savings Bank, as well as retiring Chairman of the 4th of July Committee, Bruce Weisberg.
Thank you, Peter. It is my honor to introduce Joanne's family. To introduce Joanne's family that is with us today. Carrying the Grand Marshal banner is Joanne's cousins, Ralph and Sue Nichols. Followed behind on the train is Joanne's son, Jason, and his wife, Jennifer, and her 3 grandchildren, Alex, Aaron, and Andrew. Joe's sister, Chris McNally, and her husband, Lou, and Joe's brother, Jack, and his wife, Debbie. In addition, we have some nieces and nephews, Taryn, Richard, and Kevin. And hopefully I didn't forget anybody else. At Joanne's funeral, I had the honor of writing and delivering the eulogy, and from that I would like to share a few words. Kind, caring, considerate, loving, sincere, compassionate, generous, responsible, committed, selfless, unassuming, and friend. These are just a few words that easily come to mind when thinking about Joanne. Today, we celebrate her life by honoring her as Grand Marshal in Memoriam as a loving tribute to our friend and colleague, as well as a longtime friends of the 4th Treasurer. All those that knew her and loved her know that she is up in heaven looking down on us today, yelling about us making a fuss at her. And we say back to her, you deserve all this and more, and this is just as much for us as it is for you. With that, we want you to know that we miss you and we love you very much. There isn't a day that goes by that we don't think of you or talk about you. May you rest in peace. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Weisberg and the rest of Joanne's Middlesex Savings Bank family. And in behind our friends from Middlesex Savings Bank, you used to know them as the Summer Street Band. Now they go by 3 of a kind. Ron Daniel, happy anniversary!
For the Bruins. All right. See if you remember this one. This is a great song.
Behind the selectman, State Representative Alice Pike. We also have State Representative Dave Linsky. And now taking the microphone, Congressman Edward Markey, representing Massachusetts 7th Congressional District.
Happy birthday to Natick, the best 4th of July parade in the state. Happy birthday.
Also State Senator Karen Spilka. You want to wish your husband happy anniversary? Is he with you? How many years? 29 years for State Senator Karen Spilka and her husband. Congratulations. And behind them are the veterans of Foreign Wars Post 1105 from Watertown. Behind them is the color guard from the General Gavin Chapter 82nd Airborne Association. coach and carriage auto body transport making its way through downtown. Nice car. Fans making their way right here in front of the reviewing stand, Dave Joslin and the Natick veterans. The men riding in these cars all served honorably to defend this nation. They served in every branch and in many different theaters. Now please hold your applause as I go through this list of names, if you would please. They are Harry Seolm, U.S. Navy; Gary Donato, U.S. Navy Submarine Service; Aldrich LeBlanc, U.S. Navy; Warren Griffin, U.S. Marine Corps, Vietnam; Dana Mayhaver, U.S. Marine Corps, Okinawa; Chris Vianati, U.S. Marine Corps, Iraq; Eugene Hakala, U.S. Air Force; John Faraday, U.S. Air Force; Kenneth Gidney, U.S. Army National Guard, Iraq; David Sims, U.S. Army National Guard, Iraq; Joel Taft, U.S. Army, Afghanistan; Al Blaney, U.S. Army, World War II, Korea; Edward Bastian, U.S. Army, Korea; Patrick Hayes, U.S. Army, Germany; David Joslin, U.S. Army, Vietnam; William Gallagher, U.S. Army, Vietnam; Hal Layton, U.S. Army, Iraq; Arthur Fishstein, U.S. Army, World War II. Ladies and gentlemen, long round of applause for their service and sacrifices to our country. Also joining them are the Praying Indians of Natick. Ladies and gentlemen, our veterans. And now, ladies and gentlemen, heading down Main Street, Boston Scientific is proud to present and sponsor the Natick 4th of July Parade. This is the Waltham American Legion Band, founded in 1946 by Dot Slammin Hill and her husband Joseph Hill. After her husband's death, Dot became the director of the band, served in that position until her retirement in 1996. She performed at the front of the band throughout her 50 years of service, and the Waltham American Legion Band has always given the Natick 4th of July Parade a terrific, patriotic start to our nation's Independence Day. Ladies and gentlemen, the Waltham American Legion Band. Folks, you need to clap and sing real loud. American Legion Marching Band right here in front of the reviewing stand. Please welcome Troop 2 from the Lodge of Elks, 11425. And now making their way down Main Street, Cognex is a proud sponsor of the Baltimore City Police Marching Band, Marching Rebels Band. This band begun in 1999 to make a contribution to the city of Baltimore. It was begun by Mr. Craig Purnell, who is the band director to this day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is their first appearance in the Natick 4th of July parade. Put your hands together for the Baltimore City Police Marching Rebels Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Baltimore City Police Marching Rebels Band! Following behind the Baltimore City Police Marching Rebel Bands is Natick Little League. Represented by these players marching today, this is a non-profit organization committed to bringing baseball and softball to children aged 6 to 16 in Natick. It is self-sufficient and run entirely by volunteers. Ladies and gentlemen, our Natick Little League champion, Angels. And behind them are the Natick softball champions as well. Folks, we said in the beginning that you need to stay off the street. The reason why is for our next guests. Making their way down Main Street. These are the National Lancers, a ceremonial unit and part of the Massachusetts organized militia, and thus provide security and staff support to the Massachusetts National Guard. Their mission is union, liberty, and the laws. These beautiful animals are housed in Framingham on Merchant Road. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Lancers. Once again, folks, the National Lancers of Massachusetts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, heading down Main Street are participants in the American Cancer Society Relay for Life. The Relay for Life is about celebration, remembrance, and hope. By participating, you honor cancer survivors and pay tribute to the lives lost to these horrible disease. The Relay for Life also raises funds to help researchers and doctors fight this illness. This year's relay was held on June 11th at Bowditch Field. Thank you to the American Cancer Society Relay for Life. 2011, the Relay for Life raised $187,064.28 from Natick, Framingham, and Sherman. Thank you, American Cancer Society Relay for Life. Following the American Cancer Society Relay for Life, the Cheryl Shagnon Lymphoma Fund. This fund was started to raise funds for cancer research and to improve technology for blood cancer research and safer cancer treatments. Cheryl Shagnon Lymphoma Fund has raised more than $238,000 and donated more than $185,000 to the Mass General Hospital Center for Regenerative Medicine under the direction of Dr. David Skadden. These funds have allowed the purchase of several new pieces of equipment to aid in blood cancer research. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Cheryl Shagnon Lymphoma Fund. Hey, I just saw you. Weren't you down here just a little while ago?
Oh, there you are.
Kevin's a former Ringley Brothers clown who's a master of slapstick clowning, still walking, and comedy of all kinds. He's accompanied by members of his family. I guess clowning's in your genes, right?
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Now making their way down Main Street behind the John Reagan septic pumping truck, Jimmy LeBezos, All-Star Blues Band. Jimmy LeBezos, a local drummer musician, who's been a part of the blues Main Street are members of the Natick Community Organic Farm. Natick Community Organic Farm is located off Route 16 in South Natick, right next door to Memorial School. They hold educational programs year-round for every age group, and they sell their delicious organic vegetables at the farmer's market on the Common every Saturday. And you know winter is almost over when you see the smoke rising from the stacks of the sugar house, and they're making maple syrup. Folks, if you haven't been to the farm, you really need to get down there. This place is an incredible asset to Natick. No other town around owns their own organic farm, but Natick does. Ladies and gentlemen, Natick Community Organic Farm. Folks, while we have, hey, be careful there. While we have this little break in the action, once again, another staple of the 4th of July parade, Mr. Peter O'Malley.
Come on out. Everybody, come on out. We're going to do a quick chicken dance. Come on. Come on out. Come on out, everybody. Hurry up. We're going to do a quick chicken dance. Come on. Come on. All right, if you don't know how to do the chicken dance, this is a chicken dance tutorial. If you want to be a chicken, put your hands up like this. Just flap your wings and do the twist. Clap, 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 clap. Okay. Come on. Ready? Ready? If you want to be a chicken, just flap your wings and do the twist. If you want to be a chicken, just flap your wings and do the twist. If you want to be a chicken, well, flap your wings and do the twist. Now shake everybody's hand. Da, da, da. Shake everybody's hand. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Ready? Here we go again. If you want to be a chicken, well, flap your wings and do the twist. If you want to be a chicken, well, flap your wings and do the twist. If you want to be a chicken, well, flap your wings and do the twist. If you want to be a chicken, well, flap your wings and do the twist. Everybody turn around, spin around. The other way. The other way. The other way. Ready? Here we go. If you want to be a chicken, well, flap your wings and do the twist. If you want to be a chicken, well, flap your wings and do the twist. If you want to be a chicken, well, flap your wings and do the twist. If you want to be a chicken, well, flap your wings and do the twist. Turn around, spin around. I want to put number 9. Right there on the list. If you want to be a chicken, well, flap your wings and do the twist. If you want to be a chicken, flap your wings and do the twist. If you want to be a chicken, just flap your wings and do the twist. Nice! All right.
Fans making their way down Main Street are the Nancy Kelly Dancers. Nancy Kelly's dance studio is right around the corner on Pond Street, and I'm sure many of you here today are alumni of her dance studio. Dennis Porter is with her, entertaining us with his renditions of our favorite songs. Nancy Kelly's message, though, is don't gamble with life. Don't drink and drive. That's in loving memory of Arthur Kelly Jr. and Lynn Carlton. Nancy Kelly's brother, who was killed by a drunk driver in November of 1985. Nancy Kelly's message is a very poignant one. Do not gamble with life. Do not drink and drive. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nancy Kelly Dancers and Dennis Porter. How about a nice hand for the Nancy Kelly Dancers and Dennis Porter? Folks, they've been doing this since 9 and 27. All the way down, they've been dancing this morning.
America. Stand beside her.
Happy 4th of July, folks, and happy birthday to the USA. That's the John Penny Band up there. Give him a big round of applause.
Following Wex Trailer and the John Penny Band is our Metro West Medical Center Pet Therapy Dogs. The Behavioral Medicine Department of Metro West started their pet therapy program in 2002 with 6 dogs. They now have 30 who visit the 3 behavioral medicine inpatient units 5-6 times per week. These dogs have been specially trained to provide affectionate and comfort to people in hospitals, nursing homes, and the like. Each dog has gone through an extensive training program and a certification process and is a registered therapy dog. This is therapy on a leash, folks, and a shot of happiness for everyone they meet. Please give a warm welcome to Katie Bear, Liberty, Mariah, Jacoby, Tucker, Shane, Rocket, Edward Bear, Winston, and Bailey, Metro West Medical Center Pet Therapy Dogs. And now making their way down Main Street, Natick Cab presents their antique cab for a trip down memory lane. Although I like that cab. David Stone recently purchased Natick Cab, and it is now located at 18 North Main Street, just over the bridge from downtown. Need a ride? Call Natick Cab. And following our friends from Natick Cab is the Middlesex Sheriff's Department Honor Guard and the Middlesex Sheriff's Department Contingent. The office of the Middlesex Sheriff's Department is located on Mystic Ave in Medford and is under the direction of Sheriff Peter Katusian. Ladies and gentlemen, Middlesex Sheriff's Office and Sheriff Peter Katusian. Folks, the group right here in front of us in the red shirts, they're from a different spin. Want to know why? Put your hands together and you'll find out. Louder! Louder! Ouch. Yeah, I used to be able to do that. Folks, this is their first time in the 4th of July parade. Please welcome a different spin. Folks, that's a different spin. They put a different spin on things. Get it? And following behind different spin is the Natick Council on Aging Senior Man and Women of the Year. They are Phil Huttersey and Helen Salou. Both Phil and Helen were chosen as Senior Man and Women of the Year because of their many acts of kindness to their friends and neighbors, volunteerism, is a big part of both of their lives. Phil was the treasurer for the Council of Aging for several years and has provided transportation for medical appointments for other seniors, often driving them into Boston. He also volunteers at the Spelman Museum of Stamps and Postal History at Regis College and is a parishioner at Good Shepherd Parish. Helen Selou has been described as a gift to Natick, a gift to her friends, and a gift to strangers. She has comforted the sick, counseled the troubled, provided free bowling to some quite elderly people and special causes, all because it is her nature to do so. She served for many years on the Natick School Committee and has been a local businesswoman and owner of Fairway Lanes on Route 9, which just closed after 55 years. Ladies and gentlemen, our Senior Man of the Year, Phil Untersley, and Senior Woman of the Year, Helen Selou. And this guy on the bicycle, actually he's missing a couple of wheels, so that's a unicycle. This is Peter Panic. He started juggling in 1981 and turned pro a few years later. He regularly entertains all across America and around the world. How about a nice big hand for Peter Panic, juggler extraordinaire. Fans, for the first time in a number of years, we had an event return to Natick this year. We held the Miss Natick pageant, now making their way down Main Street. Please welcome the 2011 Miss Natick winner, Megan Dobble, and the 2011 Miss Junior Natick, Cassidy Landgate, and their court. Fans, once again, that's Miss Natick and Miss Junior Natick, 2011. Fans, right now here in front of the reviewing stand, put your hands together for D and the heavyweights. Baron Yeager Insurance, located right here in downtown, is the banner in front of D and the heavyweights.
Happy 4th of July, Natick! Make some noise!
Oh, look, it's Hello Kitty. Everybody say, hello, Kitty. And Muno. From the Nickelodeon Kids program, Yo, Gabba Gabba. Hello, Kitty is a popular character for the Carols. Hello, Kitty. Behind them are Stray Pets in Need. 2011 marks the 20th anniversary of Stray Pets in Need, known locally as SPIN. They operate the Adoption Center at Pet World on Route 9 in Natick and have placed more than 7,500 cats and other animals in that time. And right behind them is our very own friend, Davy the Clown. And MathWorks is a proud sponsor of the Natick Legion Band. Natick Legion Band is headed up by attorney Ken Gross and is comprised of musicians throughout the Natick area. MathWorks is proud to sponsor the Natick Legion Band. Cosmos Chiropractic Care is located at 12 West Cent Street. Cosmos Chiropractic Care will take the words, "Oh, my aching back," right out of your mouth. Cosmos Chiropractic Care has been voted the best chiropractic office in Metro West for the 4th year in a row. Congratulations, Dr. Cosmos. Cosmos Chiropractic Care. Behind them is the Vacation Bible School, Fisk Church, 106 Walnut Street. Roach Brothers is a proud sponsor of our next guest, the Worcester Brass Band. Oh, look, and they came out of nowhere. Spider-Man and Superman, our biggest heroes, are here. Let's hear it for these defenders of the United States. And Fans Lexus is a proud sponsor of the 2011 parade. Here comes the McHale family from Natick, driving the all-new Lexus IS convertible from Lexus in Northborough. Lexus of Northborough, proud supporter of the Natick Friends of the Fourth. This 204 horsepower V6 Lexus features a precision-engineered retractable hardtop that will transform your coupe into a convertible in just seconds flat. Isn't that a gorgeous car? And now making their way down Main Street, they are from Manchester, Connecticut, and play traditional and contemporary bagpipe music from Scotland and beyond. This band has been playing music together since 1914 and is one of the oldest bands in continuous operation. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice Natick round of applause for the Manchester Pipe Band? ladies and gentlemen, from Manchester, Connecticut, the Manchester Pipe Band. Following the Manchester Pipe Band is the Natick Service Council. They provide assistance to residents of Natick in the form of financial help to keep utilities on during the winter, funds for medical and dental care, eviction prevention, and scholarships for children to attend camp in the summer. The Service Council has seen an increase in need of 10% in 2011 on top of the 8.1% increase in 2010. Most of those helped their children. Hunger and need are very real in Natick, and we should never forget that it is close to home. The Natick Service Council, neighbors helping neighbors. H. Brand Jewelers is proud to present our next guest. These are the Firehouse Dixie Band, sponsored by H. Brand Jewelers. Let's listen to the best Dixieland jazz. And right behind them are representatives of our Natick Girl Scouts and Brownies, Troop 85128, Troop 72569, Troop 72415, Troop 72293, and our Senior Girl Scouts from Troop 72285. Joining the Scouts are the Natick High School cheerleaders, Ed Bratcher, Amy LeBlanc, Julie Edwards, Maggie Delorty, Ellie Glass Justice Fair, Natick High School cheerleaders, and they're joined by the Natick Junior Red and Blue cheerleaders. Yeah, we got a mic for you. Fans making their way in front of the reviewing stand, these are the Lorraine White School Irish Step Dancing. Folks, that's the Lorraine White School Irish Step Dancing. The school was started more than 10 years ago by Lorraine White and her sister Dawn Terry, who both studied at the Moore and Nevin Academy in Hingham for many years. Classes are held in Natick at the VFW Hall on Route 135. For more information about classes, visit whiteirishstep.org. Over on the sidelines are our friends from Winnie the Pooh, and I think that's Tigger. Or is it Eeyore? No, that's Tigger. And following behind them is Contessa Aurora de Castiglione Ocasiera, Her Illustrious Highness Princess Aurora. Contessa Aurora is a resident of Framingham. She discovered her royal roots while doing some genealogical research on her family. She was able to claim the title of Contessa and has assisted in the opening of a museum dedicated to her ancestors and the town located in Abruzzo region. You can discover her roots as well. Get on the internet, start searching your family name. Just don't know what you're gonna find. Put a nice hand together for the Contessa. And thank you to Brigham Gill for the nice car that Contessa is riding in. Who's this? And folks, right behind the Contessa, very special group of people. Operated by the Natick Park and Rec Department, these are the Camp Arrowhead Campers! Whitney Place Assisted Living is proud to present our very next special group. These are the Tsunami of Sound. It's a rocking hot combo playing the best of surf-inspired music. Say hello to Rick Sanger, Dave Esposito, Jamie Higgins, and Bob DiMaggio. Making their way down Main Street are Freemasons. Freemasonry is the world's oldest and largest fraternity. It is based on the belief that each man has a responsibility to improve himself while being devoted to his family, faith, country, and fraternity. Ladies and gentlemen, are members of the Freemasons. And all these people that are driving crazy, these are the Shriners International, a fraternity with approximately 32,500 members from 193 chapters throughout the world. Shriners International supports Shriners Hospital, which is dedicated to improving the lives of children by providing pediatric specialty care, innovative research, and outstanding teaching programs for medical professionals. Wouldn't you just love to drive one of these little things? That's so cool. All of these guys, these are the Aleppo Temple Shriners Mini Haulers Unit. Now making their way in front of the reviewing stand, please put your hands together for the Natick Assembly number 28, International Order of the Rainbow for Girls. And behind them, the John Elliott Chapter Order of Demolay from Natick. And now making their way down Main Street, a proud sponsor of this year's parade, Belfour Restoration and Property Services. Belfour, the leading global restoration and repair company. They analyze and restore fire, water, storm damage of every kind on any scale. We enable businesses and private customers to overcome the consequences of damage quickly, smoothly, and cost efficiently. Belfour is represented today by Jerry McGonigal of Natick.
Voices from nowhere, voices from the small.
Ladies and gentlemen, Belfour Restoration and Property Services. And ladies and gentlemen, now standing in front of the reviewing stand, she's the most welcoming sight in the world. That is Lady Liberty. With a few exceptions, we are all immigrants to this country, and Lady Liberty was the first thing many of our family members saw. Emma Lazarus wrote a poem in 1883 that is enshrined at the base of the Statue of Liberty in New York. Its famous lines are, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest, lost to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door." Ladies and gentlemen, this is what America is about, Lady Liberty. And now making their way down Main Street is our friends from the Greater Media Boston band, Magic 106.7, with David O'Coin at the wheel. David Allen Boucher, Midnight with David Allen Boucher from Magic 106.7 has put a lot of people to sleep at night. And our next member of today's parade, Angels Painting. They're a commercial and residential painting company in Framingham, owned and operated by Angel Valavia. He specializes in interior and exterior painting. When it comes to painting, he's the angel you've been looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, Angels Painting from Framingham.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I'm sure you all recognize that next sound. This is the Hot Tamale Brass Band. They play funky hot Dixieland music in the New Orleans tradition, and they play at the pregame show of every Red Sox game. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hot Tamale Brass Band. right, kids, how many of you recognize our next parade participant with the long hair? What do you say? You say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your golden hair. With these words, the Grimm brothers made this young woman a household name, freed from the tower where she was trapped by an evil witch. Rapunzel joins us today in her continuing quest to find her handsome prince. Peter O'Malley, where are you? She was looking for a prince. She's looking for a prince.
I can't afford her.
And now, fans, this is the Brazilian Cultural Center of New England, located in Cambridge, dedicated to the promotion, preservation, and advancement of Brazilian culture, especially Afro-Brazilian culture and the performing arts. Their goal is to bring the roots of Copiera Angola to the U.S. annually to bear the fruit of old traditions. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brazilian Cultural Center of New England. Now making their way down Main Street is Mass Diving, located on West Central Street right here in Natick. They have scuba diving classes for new and experienced divers. Instruction for new divers consists of home study, pool sessions, open water dives. Divers experience 2 days of diving in open water. Each day, divers will go down twice for a minimum of 20 minutes. Experienced divers can also attend a refresher course that includes equipment setup, proper fin techniques, and buoyancy skills. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends from Mass Diving.
Happy 4th, everybody. Happy 4th.
And now, fans heading down Main Street, Worcester Sound and Lights Band Organ has been bringing the unique sounds of band organs and Circus Calliope's to audiences since 1962. The equivalent to a 70-piece concert marching band, the band organs have over 600 pipes from which antique drums, bells, and cymbals can be heard. For nearly 100 years, these organs have been performing a variety of musical styles, including waltzes, marches, and even ragtime. These organs have entertained presidents of the United States and performed at the Boston Marathon, and of course, right here, right now, Natick 4th of July Parade, the Worcester Sound and Lights Band Organ. That is really cool. Okay, once again, folks, just a reminder, you need to clear the streets, please. Up off the streets, up onto the sidewalk. And now heading down Main Street, our friends from Hanson Farm. They're a fifth-generation farm located in Framingham where they grow 175 different varieties of produce on 52 acres and over 100 acres of hay. Hanson's offers many items that you can pick yourself, including strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, roadside farm stand, the 200-year-old barn open May through October, features produced, pickled daily, jams, jellies, fresh pies in the fall. The farm is also featured with their popular corn maze in midsummer and a haunted farm and hayride on weekend nights in October. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends from Hanson's Farm.
Out to the count.
Ladies and gentlemen, right here in front of the reviewing stand, this is the Metro Steel Orchestra, an authentic Trinidad steel band consisting of up to 12 musicians and percussionists, led by piano, arranger, and tuner Glenn Gabriel. They play primarily contemporary Christian and gospel music, but their repertoire spans the music of carnival in Trinidad to calypso, pop, jazz, even classical. Ladies and gentlemen, the Metro Steel Orchestra! Now making its way down Main Street is the Morse Institute Library Bookmobile, being driven by 4th of July committee member Rose Huling. Remember, sign up for your summer reading at your library. That's the Morse Institute Library Bookmobile. And finally, fans, well, it's not over until the fat lady sings. And here she is singing. So we all know what that means. This is the end of the parade, folks. We ask that you please take a moment throughout the holiday to remember the reason why we were here. Also, it is your money that helps us put on this parade. Please, please be generous with the people with the white buckets. On behalf of the Natick 4th of July Committee, we want to thank you all for coming. We want to listen to the fat lady sing. And feel free to join the fat lady as she sings God Bless America. How about a nice hand for the fat lady? Mr. O'Malley, been good to see you again this year. Once again, folks, how about a nice hand for Peter O'Malley?
All my life, and I had to start with my children. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands. They can't take that. And I'm proud to be American, but at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the day you gave that right to me, and I'll gladly stand next to you and defend her here today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota, the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Georgia, from sea to shining sea, from LA to Houston, New York to LA,
I won't forget the men who died and gave that right to me. And I'm glad they stand next to me and defend her here today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Thank you very much. God bless the USA.
Mr. Peter O'Malley, good to see you. We'll see you next year, God willing. On behalf of the Friends of Natick 4th, we want to thank you all for coming this morning. Please have a very safe and happy 4th of July.